My next guests say for the last 9 years, they've had numerous encounters with uninvited guests at their bed and breakfast. Take a look at this.
We purchased the house on April Fool's Day of 1998, and we turned it into a bed and breakfast. We have a house ghost.
It's an old house. It's a feeling that we've gotten here that we've never had in our other houses.
We've had folks who've heard footsteps up in the attic overhead.
The attic is locked. There's no one else in the house but the couple in that room. You see the doorknob rattles a couple times during the night.
We've had people misplace or lose cameras when they've been here. We had some guests sitting here in the parlor one time, and they said an elderly man walked in, sat down with them, then got up and left. We've noticed things like out of the corner of our eye. We'll see what looks like a person, and we go to look, and they're not there.
It does feel that there is someone here watching over it.
Please welcome Mary and her husband Dan to the show. Mary, what's going on? What's going on?
Well, when we purchased the house, we were turning it into a bed and breakfast. It had been a dentist's office when we bought it, and we were living in another house at the time. We'd leave the house, go to our other house. We'd turn off all the lights when we left. We'd come back, and the lights would be on. We'd misplace tools, we'd hunt all over for them, and then suddenly we'd find them in a particular spot. When we started having guests come in, they would take pictures, and the pictures wouldn't come out. They'd get home and the pictures would be black. They might bring their camera down to breakfast. They'd go upstairs to pack, and the camera wasn't there. They couldn't find it. Fortunately, nobody got angry with us for losing the camera.
You stole my camera.
It was only the first couple of years we were there.
Yeah. And well, your son had some weird experience too, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he was ill, and he was given some antibiotics to take every 2 hours. And he was having trouble with the alarm clock, so he just went to sleep. And every 2 hours, he said this big African-American guy in 1800s clothes, you know, the vest, the poofy sleeves and such, would shake him awake and hand him either the medication or the water.
Hey, what's
He'd
up?
take it, go back to sleep again.
Well, yeah, that's a good kid, because he's accepting something to put in his mouth on black.
African witch doctor.
That's right. You know, but the good thing about it is he's very accepting. So,
that's right.
Who is this guy? Dressed in a poofy, like what, colonial-style clothing?
Probably 1850s clothes when the house was built.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what do you think is going on, Sylvia?
No, there was a Edward and Amelia Cochran that lived there. And strangely enough, this Edward, I was interested to hear you say that, was a doctor. So they turned this in, not to a hospital or anything like that, but he actually used to keep people there that were very, very ill.
Is this in the exact same building on the property?
No, it's part on the exact property, but there was also another addition to this property, you know, a wing that was taken down.
Have you investigated and taken a look at the house and looked at the history of the house?
We have some of the history, yes, but
was there any was there another building structure there before that one?
there might have been. The property was quite large when they originally purchased it, and it's been since subdivided into other lots.
So did you want to know, I mean, did you want to know who specifically these people might be?
I'd like to know who Tim is, and
because your son said that this guy who served him his medication was Tim.
Yeah, Tim. That was one of two people that have appeared there. The other one was another.
That might have been an assistant, because the actual one was Edward. He was the head.
Okay.
What do you want to call it, doctor or whatever? Tim, or Timothy, was a son.
Okay.
So he was sort of a helper to his father, you know. But you also got an Amelia there that walks around with a big flouncy dress on.
okay.
Yeah.
How come we don't see them? Our guests see them and experience these things. We just see them like out of our corner of our eye.
We'd love to meet
But you are seeing.
That's all over the place. They don't like you.
Yeah. But you are seeing flashes and stuff, you know. And you'll see the aftermath. You know, what I would do is I would set up a tape recorder and I would set up a camera, you know, and see if you can't catch it.
Okay.
You just met.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You had another question?
The other person who's appeared to people. There was some guest sitting looking at our picture book, and an elderly white-haired gentleman came down the stairs, walked in, sat down on the chair next to him, didn't say anything, was there for a few minutes, got up and left. And they asked Mary, who was this guy? And we didn't have anyone in the house like that.
That was Edward.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's him.